Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Tier 4 winner of the Arty Day competition. It's an SU-5 Tier 4 Soviet SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Province and it's under the command of General Disturbance. Yes, I'm afraid I won that tier as well with this entry. And, well, it's a fairly good one. Now, the SU-5. Well, the Soviets only built one of this version. This is the 152mm howitzer, and it can do 400 alpha with one shot. It's basically a 152mm mortar. They built quite a few of the other varieties. The 122mm armed version, they built 30 of those, plus the prototype, and then they built other variants as well. Or a 76mm, I think it was, armed one, but they only built one prototype of that. So as you can see, not normally do you find Arty down in the dip, but that's exactly what I'm going to do on this game. I'm going to fight from the back of the cap, go to the bushes, and then I can shoot on both sides at the same time. Now, an enemy looks has suddenly appeared, and I'm not sure if I've been spotted because I don't think I've got Sixth Sense on this vehicle. Okay, so I'm going to aim at that looks. There you go. Bring the gun down. Dial in on target. Okay, now if you stay still like that for a little while, you're dead. Oh, well, not dead, but very badly damaged and wiped out with the very next shot. So, okay, that's first target down. Now we've got a Panzer IV-H. And he's come down to that road that runs alongside the cliff edge there, or the hill. Okay, somebody's asked for fire on him, and I put a round into him for 145 hit points. You can see the hole in his side skirts. And I think my teammates, yep, there's a looks there. And I fire another round in. I got a direct hit there on the SU-5, on the Panzer IV-H. 14.34 is the reload time. He's still there. He hasn't moved, so I'm firing another one in, and this time round finish him off for 182 hit points. Now we've got a B1, and he's reached this end of the map, which is very bad news because our guys can't move up unless these guys are gone. Round out, direct hit for 131 on the B1. He didn't like that. He's pulling back into cover. And over here, we've got a Skoda T24 being a nuisance. The Tier 5 Czech tank. Single shot. Dialed in. Rounds out. A direct hit for 183 on him. And he's stunned. And he didn't like that, so he pulled back. And that allows our P2640 to move up. The B1's been dealt with, so he's out the game. And my guys are now moving in on that Skoda. He's going to have to back up because when you've got two tanks like a Lux and a P26, they're going to take it out of you. So I'm aiming for the back. Oh, don't need to shoot because he's dead. Now the bad thing about the SU-5 is you only get 12 rounds. Not enough really. And that M10 just took out RT-34. But he's been tracked and I'm dialing in. Oh, and he's dead before I can shoot. Okay, I'm looking for a target. And from this angle, I might be able to get shots on any enemy tanks that actually are hiding behind that rock. Oh, SAL 42. And it looks like one of my teammates has got shots on him as well, because he's been tracked. And I'm dialing in, mark the target, and he's dead before I can shoot. Before I get dialed in. So, I want another target to shoot at now. I've got an OI experimental moving into the enemy back area. Now, I'm trying to aim ahead, but I've only got a limited range on this Arty. And so I'm aiming ahead of the OI to think where would one of the enemy be. And there we've got one. A 60G FT. I've marked him as target. Fire a round in. And oh, it lands behind him, but it goes to the left. And now we've got a Covenanter there who was hidden in the bushes. But he poked his nose out. So he got seen. And I'm almost loaded. He's dead. The 60G FT is dead. And there's an IKV. He's out of range. Now, what have I got up here? Okay, we've got an M4 hiding the other side of that house. Now, if he stays there, I'll put a round into him. The Hetzer is very low on hit points though. He's only got 10. And you can see he's a bit concerned. He's rocking backwards and forwards. I fire because he moved and I get a chunk out of him for 68 hit points. But it's not enough to take him out. No, he doesn't want to come around the corner because if he does... Oh, I fired another round in. And it lands where he was. So I would have killed him. But for the fact he pulled back in time. But now he's hugging the side of that building. He's seen 2 Arty rounds land where he was. And I don't think he wants to come out. Not when that's happening. I also see there's some sign that there's another enemy around. There he is. Oh, T80. He's gone. So I go back to the M4. Now there's only 3 enemies left. I'm thinking about shooting at the corner, but I've only got 3 rounds left. Difficult question. If you fire a round in just to stun somebody and they happen to be at the other end, and that's exactly what was going on here, I would have wasted a shot. And so I know where the M4 is now. Fire the round in anyway, and... Oh, it lands where he was, but the M4 is dead. He's gone. So I've decided now I can move. I can come out of cover and go south. Got a T14 hiding in that area to the southeast. And looks like my team are moving up. Now the T14 is quite a tough tank. It's a tank built by the Americans. And I had a quick look there and he was out of range. So I thought, oh, I'm going to have to move. So I start moving again. It was built by the Americans. They had extra armor on the tank. And I was looking through the aiming, the God's view. Just wanted to know if it was far enough. And yes, I can see him. I'm aiming, dialing in, mark the target to let my teammates know. Stay back. I'll put a round in. And hey! And that wins the game. That was fun. I get the last kill. Okay. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for that one. And it's another ace tanker for general disturbance in the SU-5. Well, I also picked up a bruiser medal in that one for getting 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. I got 12 on that one. 4 by the B1. He lost his observation device, track, driver and gunner. And also on the Panzer 4H, well, he lost his track, gun and track. And the Skoda, well, track, and radio operators. And no wonder they were pulling back and they were a bit concerned. Yes, they were getting very badly damaged by my shells. Let's have a look at the win 8. 4,817 from that one. Very nice. So let's have a look at team score. Well, surprisingly, I didn't get the highest damage. That actually went to the T14. He got a cool-headed and high caliber. And his win 8 for the game was 6896. But of course... he's no match for 152mm shell coming in on top of him, and so sadly he stopped playing at that point as we won the game. I actually came in with 1,191 hit points, so second highest damage, and the Stug managed to get 1,097. When it came to kills, the honours were shared by the M10 RBFM on our team, the OI Experimental, the P2640 and the T14. All got 3 kills. I only managed to get 2 in the end. And when it came to base XP, well, you can see I got the second place. The M10 RBFM got 762, I got 712, and the OI Experimental 656. We look at detail. I fired 11 rounds, so I had 1 round spare at the end of that game. If only I'd blown that spare round whilst I was moving and then fired my last round into the T14, I would have ended up with a Faden smell as well. But this is why this Arty is so much fun. You never know if you might end up with a Faden smell at the end of the game. I got 7 direct hits but no penetrations, 8 splash. Damage of 1,191 hit points, of which 683 were at more than 300 meters. I spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did damage assistance of 54 hit points and stun assistance of 146 hit points off 2 stuns. On a premium count, I earned 27,441 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and the ammo is slightly more expensive than the standard tier 3 or tier 2, I picked up 24,251 credits. I received 1,068 XP times plus a reward for completing the mission and events 4,272, plus a personal reserve bonus of 534. So I took away 5,874 experience points altogether, and the base XP for this game, which is for the competition, was 712, and that was the winning entry. So a pretty good game, you might say, but actually, funnily enough, there was another game that I played during the Arty Day celebration of the competition, also in the SU-5, and I actually did get an epic medal, and I will do that replay so I can show it to you, but for some reason, the XP on this one is higher, and I think that's because this was a higher tier game than the previous one, and so that's why I didn't, that one didn't have such a high base XP. But it was a fun game all the same. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.